God bless America. Hello, everybody. I am the Talk Radio Protege, and this is the Protege program. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this video, please don't forget to share and subscribe. On the agenda today is the debt ceiling deal. And subtitle for this video, I am outraged but not surprised. I think I might have a heart attack and die from not surprise when it comes to this situation. The information that I'm getting for this video comes from Bloomberg Politics and their story titled Trump's Surprise Deal with Democrats. And I think it's only a true surprise from the standpoint of the conventional political lens. And if you remember, in our video yesterday, or was it this morning? It was yesterday. We talked about how Trump is not the conventional politician. And I think this is just another example of that fact playing out. So, what happened in this meeting? What happened that resulted in the pearl-clutching surprise that we're seeing coming out of the media? From this story, if you choose to copy and paste all the text, it's on page 3. It's way down here, first paragraph in the section titled Oval Office Meeting. This is where the majority of the information comes from. This section tells us that after the vote, which is a vote for Hurricane Harvey relief that happened in the House of Representatives, Trump has a meeting in the Oval Office. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin is there, as well as Republican and Democratic congressional leaders. That would be Speaker of the House Paul Ryan, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. It would also be Senate Minority Leader Chucky Schumer and House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi. Schumer and Pelosi are named earlier up in the story. The real information comes from this section. These are the 6 individuals that were there, and in these 2 paragraphs we can see the deals that they proposed. McConnell, Ryan, and Mnuchin pushed for an 18-month extension of the debt ceiling to be attached to the Hurricane Harvey relief bill that came out of the House of Representatives. The Democrats, by contrast, offered a 3-month debt extension deal, and Trump went with the 3-month debt limit measure. After he said we're going to go with the Democrats' plan, McConnell stepped up to the proverbial plate and said, well, we might as well throw a continuing resolution in there while we're at it. I think that's what is meant by the short-term government spending bill. That's always continuing resolutions. My analysis for this, I'll say, there were 3 parties which I have reserved different levels of outrage and not surprise for. The first of which we'll talk about is GOP leadership. Mitch McConnell and Paul Ryan, you earned first prize. I am the most outraged at the GOP leadership and least surprised at these individuals. Least surprised because the elected Republicans have taken every single opportunity that they've been given to screw the constituents, to screw their conservative base. They started with Obamacare. 2010, Obamacare gets passed and Republicans start down the anti-Obamacare hype train. For 7 years, they've campaigned on repealing Obamacare. We gave them the House in 2010, gave them the power of the purse, gave them the power to stop Obamacare. They didn't. 2014, we give them the Senate. They do nothing. In fact, McConnell gave Obama his last 2 years resistance-free. 2017, we give him the presidency. We give him more seats in the Senate and the House. And what do? They screw up and refuse to pass the Obamacare repeal. This is another example of Republicans trying to kick the can down the road, trying to screw their conservative base again. In addition to that, what's the conservative position on the debt limit? that it should be a hard limit. There shouldn't be any more extensions and accruing of more government debt. So what do the Republicans do? They offer the less conservative solution to this problem. The Democrats offer the more conservative solution. What Twilight Zone world, what extra dimensional portal have we fallen into and ended up in a world where the Democrats are the more conservative people at the table? God, this is mind-boggling. The second party that I have outrage and surprise reserved for is, of course, the president. This is my moderate level of outrage with my moderate level of not surprise. President Trump has demonstrated displeasure in extending the debt limit. I think that he believes it's an irresponsible thing to do, not a wise thing to do. He's tweeted about it in the past. He did so in 2013, as this story mentions. But Trump is not a small government conservative. Therefore, when it comes to hurricane relief aid, Trump thinks that the government ought to do so. Trump also is not as concerned with government spending, big government spending. He's against the extension of the debt limit, but he's not so much against the action that would be taken as an extension of the debt limit. So, him not being an ideologue in that sense, he does not shrink away so much from extending of the debt limit. He also doesn't really have a mind for legislative thought, in my opinion, because he could have said, you know, let's do an extension on the debt limit for the minimum amount that we're going to send to Harvey and not do a timed debt limit extension. Let's do a number on the amount that we want to send to Harvey. I don't like either of your proposals. But he took the Democrat proposal because he doesn't have much of a mind for legislative crafting. Just my opinion. A third and final party that I have outrage and surprise for, the least amount of outrage because it is the most expected thing, but simultaneously the most surprise, the most not surprise, is for the Democrats, the Democrat leadership. Because what is the official Democrat party line in the current year? It's resist Trump, resist Trump, resist Trump. The Looney Tune wacko nutcases on the far left have been running the Democrat Party since the inauguration, have been running the Resist Trump movement. But it's also a demonstration of the Democrats being opportunists above all else. They readily and without hesitation set aside the Resist Trump stuff so that they could benefit from being the architects of the Hurricane Harvey relief effort. So don't hold your breath on Looney Tune wacko leftists maybe losing a little bit of power in Washington. This is just the Democrats being opportunistic in pursuing this deal. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all my thoughts. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please subscribe, share the video, come back for more. I'm uploading videos every weekday. Thank you so much again for watching, and I'll see you next time. God bless.